So, get myself together. Okay, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Haley Hellz. We're back with another episode of Hangin with Hellz, season 4, and we're here with Tally.
Yep.
Ayo, Tally.
Yeah.
I know Tally for a minute.
Long minute.
Yeah, she's cool people.
Good people. Good vibes, good energy.
Creative things, y'all see. Y'all, it's probably blurred out, but good vibes. We're gonna talk about the vibes later.
For sure.
But for the people that don't know you, introduce yourself, what you do.
Alright. I'm Ayo Tally. Also, mainly Tally. Engineer, songwriter, DJ, everything music.
Yeah.
Anything music.
Yeah.
Get to it.
Random question, and if I'm wrong, I'm cutting this out. So before I met you, I knew Ronnie, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
So when y'all went to school at FAMU,
Correct.
did you have a show or something? Like a live show or something?
No, but it was something called the Tally Show.
Oh, okay.
And because my name was Tally,
Yeah.
everybody used to ask me if I had a show. But I went to it a lot. Like,
Okay.
so Tally also stands for Tallahassee.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and people thought, oh, you went to Tallahassee, so you.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
like that's my
Yeah.
nickname forever. But yeah, I definitely went through a lot of Tallahassee, Tally-ho, like all
Okay.
that.
Okay. I feel like I asked him that too, but that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got a lot of that.
You know, HBCU life. Shout
For sure.
Shout out to FAMU. You know, I went
Family,
to
for sure.
see you, Claflin. You know, we're not,
Yeah,
we're not gonna battle because
we're not gonna
y'all
battle.
are
Look,
very,
HBCU is HBCU.
very strong.
Oh yeah, they go crazy. Family go crazy. Like, especially when you go there like actively. When you actively there, it's a family forever. I ain't gonna lie. Anybody going to FAMU, I run into them. Always good energy, good vibes. But when you actively go in there, they get rah for sure.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good thing. Though.
Some of the best days I had in my life. I can't even hold you. FAMU was 10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
Yeah, shout out to HBCUs. Period.
Yeah,
Definitely.
the culture for sure.
Definitely tap in. Okay, so besides, well, you said anything music. So from what I know about you, like, you know, like music, like singing, like, I don't really say too much rapping, but singing, little rapping sometimes, engineering. What, like, if you had to pick something that's your favorite or that you prefer to do most, could you pick something?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like DJing was my favorite. Like I started as a DJ. Well, actually I lied. I started as a songwriter and artist at like 15.
Okay.
We had this group, Team Swagger. What the fuck we thought we was?
Team
Like
Swagger.
we thought we was them niggas. I started with a group. We used to, every day after church, on Wednesdays and Sundays, we used to link up with my boy Tonto. Shout out to Will. He put us all on. Like we started super young. I used to write for everybody. Like I used to help, and I didn't even know that was songwriting at the time. So I really been doing this forever. I just didn't. It didn't have a name back then.
Yeah.
Like niggas just like helping my
Yeah.
part,
Yeah.
so I'm helping them write their part. And I rap back then.
Okay.
Now I'm more like on the melodic singing side, but back then I was fully just a rapper. I always loved R&B, and I always hung around R&B singers. Like that's my soul.
Mm-hmm.
But like DJing, I loved it. I just got too busy for it. I became a mom. DJing like kind of like single life go crazy. Like you married, you still can pull it off. But the hours and the time and the amount of traveling, like it became a lot. So now I just do like, somebody call me for a wedding or a gig, like a personal gig. Like they be like, nah, I want you to do it.
Yeah.
Then I'll still DJing. But DJ is my favorite now. Engineering, like songwriting is dope. But like I be like wanting to really get my songs to like that one person.
Yeah.
So it's like I be super focused on the songwriting side. So engineering, I get to be creative. I can do different stuff. I can, you know, everybody's voice is different. It's just so much. It's so much more. It's always something you can learn there. Like songwriting, it don't get boring, but you know, it's just songwriting. Like you, after writing for so long, what else do I got to say? So I gotta start going through shit or traveling to get out, you know, a new song.
What you're trying to do.
Yeah, but when it comes to engineering, like it's always something you can learn or something you can do and play with. Like engineering is dope.
So kind of like going off of that a little bit, like I know also you do a lot of collaborations, like you work with a lot of artists. So like
Diddy and Khaled ain't got shit on me.
Yeah.
They just got the bread. As soon as I get the bread, it's over with.
Yeah.
But like that's my favorite. Like that's, I would say, like, you know, producing, like vocal producing, getting people in the room, putting them on the beat, knowing who belongs where. Like that's definitely, if I could pick a favorite, a second favorite, I love that. Like I love it. I'm like, I knew y'all was gonna go crazy together. Like I be loving when that happens. Like actually, new music coming soon. Getting more collabs on the way. You know, full new EP. New collaborations this time. Nothing, no shakes, none of my fault. I love everybody, but I'm trying to like mix it up a little bit. So I got some new features this time. Some of the same people for sure, but lots of new faces, lots of new names. Shout out to everybody that that just come through for me, because people be saying they have a hard time collaborating with people. I don't seem to have that problem. I hear that all the time, and they be like, "How you got?" I'm like, I just asked. Like I ain't do nothing special. I ain't kiss no ass. Like when I ask people, just thankfully I appreciate everybody, but they just do it. Like they come through.
I feel like a lot of people want to work, or like a lot of people want to collab, or like they'll say like, "Oh, I don't do features," or "Oh, like if you want me to do a feature, you gotta pay me this, that." But it's just like
I ain't really ran into none of that. I ran into it once, and I was like, okay, good.
Yeah.
Look, I was just like, don't worry about it. And it's no shade to like paying for people, like but when we collaborate and we damn near on the same level, we all working together trying to get somewhere.
Right.
It's like it's a drive we all supposed to have to try to get there. Like, so if you trying to charge me, we on the same level. It's like I almost fuck you, basically. Like to me, that's what you saying to me. Like, hey, fuck you, you gotta pay me to get in your shit. It's like I don't mind paying. We gonna do splits. Like every time I do songs, we doing splits. I'm giving everybody their cut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's back end stuff. Like
everybody needs to benefit.
Absolutely.
Not just one person.
Yeah. And if the whole tape done said yes without a pay, why would I pay one person? Like, and like I said, no shade. I respect everybody's prices because y'all gonna pay mine. But like when you collaborate with me, it's free studio time. I help you write. I ain't charging for none of that. And if you do me a favor, 9 times out of 10, I'm doing you a favor. I'm gonna give you a free song, a free session, something. Like I show love in other ways. Like I barter all the time. Like I'm always trying to collaborate, but I definitely try to look out for the people if I can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I make sure everybody, is represented. I post everybody. I share everybody. Like I don't have no like, oh, if you don't post me, like I don't have time to keep up with all who's for sharing my stuff.
Right.
And nah, like if it's fire, you got me. I'm
right.
sharing it. I fuck with it.
It's
I don't care about the other stuff.
It's people who want to show love. It's people who want to collaborate. It's creatives that want to work with each other.
Absolutely.
It's not non-existent.
Big vibes. I love it. That's definitely one of my other favorites. So like collabing and getting people. And when I hear them, I'm like, I knew y'all was gonna go crazy. Like that's my favorite. I love it.
I'm witness to this. This is a fact. This is a fact.
Fire.
Do you have any musical influences, or like what got you like so like I won't say attracted to music because you do a lot within music, but like what was like okay, like this is what I want to do, like all of these things.
I wouldn't say I had no influence, honestly. Like I just generally love music. Like from a kid, I used to play CDs, tapes. Like I had an MP3 player, every transition that music took, I had it. Like we had everything. So I genuinely just like love, and I had older sisters, so I was able to hear like the older music along with the shit I was growing up with. So like I got a little bit of everything. And my grandmother used to love music, so like my whole family loved music. Like it's just something that I was born into. So once I like went to college, we had a party and our DJ canceled, and they was like, Charlie, can you just play some music on the laptop? And I'm up there playing like downloading and playing as I'm going, and niggas was like, yo, who are you? I'm like, nobody. I'm feeling in the gap. Mind you, we had computer speakers.
Yeah.
Like, and then the nigga canceled computer speakers in the laptop, and everybody like, yo, who is this? Like, I just was realizing like what they like. And I was just playing that type of music, and they thought I was a DJ. So that I really became a DJ on accident. Oh, no bullshit. True story. Ask my homegirl Kia. We was out here just winging it, and the shit worked, and I just went crazy from there. Like, shout out to Sosa, he DJ out here now, my homeboy DJ Sosa. I'm proud of him still going, but he taught me a lot. He helped me raise up DJ Juice, shout out DJ Juice, all the Florida boys. Like, they took me under their wing, and they just got me rolling. Like, I always had a good relationship with dudes too. Like, dudes fuck with me. Yeah. And they'll help me out. They'll put me on. Like, they used to. Yeah. They'd be like, "Come on, Ty, I'm gonna show you how to do this." Like, I was going to parties, clubs. Like, we was shutting it down. Like, shit was crazy. That was, like I said, best days of my life for sure.
When people see that interest, like, or they see like, I don't even call it a spark because it's more than a spark a lot of the time. But when they see that, like, okay, like, let me tell you something.
Yeah,
let me show you.
Yeah, they put me on. Like they ain't try to like sun me.
Yeah.
They ain't disrespect me. They ain't try to get at me. Like we was literally just like homies, all of them. All three of them took me up, and we just was going crazy. So I always had a love for it. On the music side, like on the engineering side though, like when I found out it was a real thing. Yeah. When I started fucking late. So like 5 years ago, maybe 6 or 7 now. Like it's been a minute. I can't keep up with these years.
Yeah.
I went to engineering school in 2017. Then I went to Full Sail for recording arts. Yeah. And then I moved to Atlanta in 2019. The end of 2019 going into 2020. And I went to SAE for like audio engineering as a whole because I wanted to do more than just like music. If I wanted to, like now I can do TVs, movies, commercials. So it's like I wanted to learn more on the audio side, but I wanted to know the right way, like the technical stuff that YouTube don't show you, or like the shortcuts that no one's telling you about.
Professional.
So now that I know it's a real thing, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I want to do. Like fuck nursing, fuck the military. Mm-hmm. Like nah, I wanna engineer. So that's kind of like how I became serious about it when I found out it was a paying real thing and it had a name and people respected. Like back then you couldn't say you was there. Like music don't pay. Like that's what everybody used to tell you. Like that's why I never really was able to like fully. I always did it. Like even in the army, I always had a computer, little laptop setup. Like I always was recording, but like the right way. Like when I moved, when I got out of the military, I started getting in depth with it. But I always had a love for this. Like I love music. Like I genuinely just love music. Good vibes. You can sing me to sleep. You can stay around me all day. Yeah. Like I don't mind rappers. Rappers is fire, but rap changed a lot. It's more melodics now, so I don't really hit a bar like I used to. I do know some bar ass niggas like my boy like that, Taz B, like them boys go crazy. But as far as like the industry people, it's like rap ain't rap no more. Like we don't got no Jeezys, no T.I.s, no Waynes. We don't got no like real rap like that shit that you go out and it's like we got everybody just. They drilling and stuff and they kids. Yeah. And it's like, it's cool. Yeah. It's TikTokable, it's famous. I love all music. Like, I still get with it. Some of that young stuff, I still like it. My kids love it. So I don't got nothing against it, but R&B just seems to be the more authentic route. Like, you get to see people real passions and they real life stories and they really spitting that. Like, it's like, I like that. So, R&B definitely my home. Gospel and R&B. Like, if I can work with some gospel artists, it'd be fire. But I don't really know too many out here in the A. I know they out here, but y'all out there come fuck with me.
Definitely tap in.
Tap in. But R&B, gospel, them my two to go.
So y'all can't see the logo right now, but like I was saying earlier, the sign says good vibes, but it's positive vibes only. Mm-hmm. So Tally says this a lot, like applying it to like everyday life.
Everything.
So in your mindset, in like a nutshell, like explain the meaning of that to you and why you feel you want to spread that and get people on that vibe.
The crazy thing is like in 2014, 2015, my cousin, shout out to Stefan Bags, Big Bags, he came up with the logo PVO.
Okay.
And it was his clothing brand. And me and him like this. I ended up getting it tatted, so PVO, positive vibes only. Like when he explained to me what it meant, I'm like, oh yeah, bro, like he locked in. Like, and this was before like all this vibe stuff was even a thing. Like back then, I'm still in the military. Like I'm just like, no, I definitely love what that stands for. Like, and he big on family, big on like everything, tapping in, staying positive. Like dude was super young, but always ahead of his time. Like super up there, like really woke in the brain. Like he really that nigga. So when I found out the meeting, I just ran with it. And then he kind of like slid off of it. And I'm like, bro, I'm about to attack this and this is something I want to use. And he was like, bro, go for it. So my cousin basically gave it to me and I just stick with it. Like nobody can't fuck with you when you got your mind made up. Like nothing bothers me. Even if I get too bothered in 5 seconds, I'm shaking that off. Like I don't really be down too long. I'm going to figure out, I'm going to shake it off. Like even when life is life and it's craziest, I'm like, yo, I know God got me, so bump all that other stuff.
Right.
Like, positive vibes only just a lifestyle. It's not a logo. It's not a motto. You gotta live it. Like every day, wake up, speak positive over yourself. Read your Bible if you biblical. Everybody's not biblical. I'm cool with that, but I am. So I read my Bible every day as much as I can. Some days I do miss. I'm gonna be honest, but read my Bible. I pray. I just stay positive. Like I gotta keep my mindset like up there. I got kids. I got people looking up to me. I got family. Like where I'm from, like most people didn't go to college, didn't leave the city. Like that's it. Like
where you from?
I'm from Florida, South Florida, Fort Lauderdale. On both sides of my family, like, nobody really did nothing crazy. So when I left, I left the city straight out of high school. I was married, getting kids. I went to FAMU. I was in the military, so I moved around. I'm like, I'm not sitting around to follow the statistics of the family. Like I gotta do something. I was always like just very ambitious, and like once I make my mind up, I'm going for it. Like,
right.
That's who I always been. So like, even if I don't want to do it, if I already said I'm doing it regardless. Like, that's how bad it is. Like, nah, I said I'm doing it, so we doing it. Like, it don't even matter if I change my mind. Like, military thing, I kind of changed my mind, but I still was like, no, I already said it, so I gotta go.
Yeah.
So I end up going still, no matter what. I'm like, we already here, gotta go. But yeah, like, I love to learn new stuff. Like, I love being creative. Yeah, vibes, a lot of vibes though. But yeah, my cousin gave it to me, I adopted it, kept it going. It's a lifestyle, not a motto. I gotta get with it. Change your whole life. The way you think, could change your whole life. Could change your whole life. Not everybody, but people who apply it, it changes. Like, you don't let nothing negative come your way. I'm always smiling. Like, nobody got to see me. I see you mad. Nah, I be smiling. Like, why not?
That's a fact.
Why not?
That's a fact.
I'm smiling, I'm laughing. Them all day, smiling and laughing.
It's not a trend, guys.
Yeah, it's not a trend.
Everybody wants to make it a trend because of social media, but it's not a trend. It's definitely, like I said, like it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rock with that. As a creative, I brought this question up in my last interview that I want to ask you too.
Okay.
As a creative, how important do you think it is to detach yourself from social media? Like, do you have barriers for yourself? Because I know you're a content creator as well.
This is a grand question because I struggle with social media a lot. Like, that's why I don't post like that. Like, I had to force myself to try to make content, try to post, because I feel like everybody like, yo, that's the way to like go, that's the way to blow. Consistency. I'm like, I'm very consistent. I just don't like posting. Like, I don't like social media. So I do take breaks. Like, this year, I took the longest break. Like, from January to now, it's like I'm just not starting to drop music. I'm just not getting back active. I stripped my whole page dry. I'm starting over from scratch. Like, you know, I'm putting quality content up. You know, I'm thinking it through. I'm looking at the ways of getting it right. But like, social media will run you in the ground if you let it. Like, you start seeing other people's stuff. It's not even like a jealous thing or I wish I had that life. It's just like when you see it, you just like, nah, I gotta get to it. Like, so it could be like good or bad depending on the person. But I had to limit myself. Like, I had to. Some days I talk to people. Like, I don't even talk to people outside of social media. People be like, I know you going through that shit again because you ghost. I'm like, yeah, I'm ghost, but y'all not come back. Like, I love y'all still. Y'all need me, just call me. Yeah. But as far as like texting, like, I'll go ghost for weeks, like months if I had to. Like, whatever it takes. And I don't care how nobody feel about it because I gotta take care of me first. Like, that's it. And it ain't like no disrespect. That's just me. Like, I have to, like, the older I get, the less I like people. Yeah. Like, I have to like just sometimes just go. Like, and a lot of people come to me for like their problems. Mm-hmm. So like I be like burnt sometimes. I'm just like, yo, like, I got my own shit this time, so I can't really help you. But it be a lot of that going on. Like, I have to detach myself fully, not just social media, just in real life. Like, shit just be going on. Like, life be life for sure. You just can't let it life forever. Like, I understand life going life, but don't let that be a crutch to just give away. Man, like I heard people say it for months at a time. I'm like, yo, ain't no way life's still life, and if it is, you need to stop speaking that because at this point, you accepting it. It's something like when I hear it for a long time, like, yo, I get that life, but after months and months of you saying that, like, something gotta move. Like, I start moving. I change some stuff up. I cut some people off. I change my scenery. Like, whatever it takes to get me out of a rut. I don't like being in a rut too long. I can't do it. It don't work for me. It pisses me off. So.
It doesn't help you.
It don't help you. Some people like it though. I seen people like live
stuck there.
I seen people live in like sorrow. Like, they want people to feel bad for them. They love it. I'm like, yo, I can't do that. Yeah. Like, get me out of here. Like, please fix me. Change it. My music going something. Like,
I can't progress that way.
Like, it been days where I just can't even touch the mic. Like, I can't even come to my studio. I know life be getting crazy. Yeah. But sometimes it's the opposite. It's therapeutic. If I'm going through too much shit, you know, I just come in and write. Like, that song I did for my kids for my son's birthday, Mommy Loves You. Like, I was just having a really tough time. Like, you know, I'm just writing letters to my kids. Like, and they was really acting a fucking nut when I wrote that. That's why I said bouncing up the fucking walls. Like, they was blowing me. I'm like, even y'all be pissing me off. So it's like sometimes you just gotta like, instead of taking frustration out on people, you know, just put it somewhere else. Like, even if it isn't music, you find something you like. Go play a sport. You know, write. You know, whatever it takes to free your mind. Find something that you love and free yourself. Like, don't stay in bondage too long. I get that life, but don't let that shit take you over to where you can't function or you can't be a good person and move through life and everyday shit. Like, don't get that depressed. It's nothing worth it. Nothing worth that much depression. Like, you ain't got no whip, fuck it. Another one. Get another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be thinking about shit like if I lose some shit, like I just had to lose it. You know, something better coming. Like I'm always thinking if I lose anything that I have that I love, then I'm gonna get something better.
Yeah.
Like that's my mindset.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I don't beat myself up. Like, I be like, well, you know, fuck it then. Like that's just the mindset I had to adapt because if not, stuff will overtake you. Like shit get you down. Especially today's days, like it's so much depression being put on people and anxieties being pressed to the community. Like I know that stuff is real and we all have it, but y'all pushing the agenda so much that people is like getting into that and they're living that every day. It's like I'm like I get it. You know, we all got anxiety and depression to some extent, but
how can we not?
Yeah, but don't live in that. You know what I'm saying? Like don't live in that. So that's what PVO really is. Like just changing your mindset, like thinking positive, thinking better things is coming for you. You know, always being positive, like just as much as possible. It's not an everyday thing. Sometimes shit with my ass, but I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Nope. I didn't even say it. I'm like, yo, PVO. Like I just shake it off. Like, yo, you gotta get right. Like positive, nigga. Like I tell my people, like, yo, I gotta get back to myself. Like I gotta get back to the PVO. Like I say that so much because it's like if I feel myself getting away, I'm like, nah, get back to where you was at. So everything happens for a reason though. Like we go through all this shit for a reason. I feel like everything can be used in some way. Like somebody's going through what you went through. Somebody's dealing with what you dealt with. So, you know, now you can help somebody. If you ain't went through that, you really can't tell nobody, I feel you. No, you don't feel me. That's the first thing somebody gonna say, you don't get it, you ain't never. You know what I'm saying? But if I went through it, I do get you. I was right there with you. I went straight through that and now I'm here.
Right.
You know, now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Just keep building. And sometimes, you know, I started damn near here and I'm here. Then I came back here, like, I don't mind moving around the ranks. Because when I was, like, in the military, I had a great life. Like, life was great. Everything was working out for me. You know, I got out, life was still great. A little bit after that, shit went down. I'm like, yo, I got to shake back. I moved to Atlanta. Shit went back up.
Yeah. And
then now, you know, I'm working my way back up. But it's like, that's the way life goes. Like, it's a cycle. Of course, you want to stay on the up and up, but sometimes you're going to come down. Don't be afraid of that. Embrace it, you know, and then find your next move. Or pray for your next move.
That's true.
That's the life. That's the life I live. That's the life I live.
Very motivational.
Yeah. I do have a praying mom, so I feel like that helps. Like, you know, I grew up real under a Christian structure. My aunt raised me too. Like, before she passed away, she kept us in church. My mom as well. My grandmother's always, you know, spoke well about the Bible and, you know, reading it and praying. So I grew up in that aspect. So, you know, if I do get too far, I'm like, all right, God, what you need? You need me? Because at this point, you need my attention. So what we doing? What I'm doing wrong, or, you know, get me right. So that definitely, you know, played a big part in me keeping my mental state together. Because if stuff get too crazy, I'll just be like, all right, I give up. You got it. Like, I'll get to that point where I'm like, all right, you need me. Clearly, so what you need from me, but I'm not doing right. I need to pray a little bit more, get back in my Bible, you know. I do slip. Like, you know, everybody has, you know, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect, not one bit, so I slip. But, you know, if it gets to that point, I said I told you, shake it back.
Yeah.
Shake back.
I know you work with a lot of independent artists, but if you had, like, 3 artists that you could work with, who would they be?
See, now you don't stomp me. Because I had my flow going.
Oh.
And now I'm stumped. Like, that's crazy.
Sorry.
So, I met Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Like, a week ago. And the show was amazing.
Okay.
I started listening to him recently when his album came out. And I'm like, yo, this man is different. So
yeah.
I'm not going to hold you. Friday was one.
Okay.
Who else? I think it's just like fire. Like, whooping my ass. I would love to work with Zay France. I think Zay France is dope. Okay. You know, he's got signed.
Yeah.
Def Jam, both of them was on Def Jam actually.
Yeah.
So Def Jam doing it big.
Yeah.
And Chris Brown. Like, who wouldn't work more with Chris Brown? Chris Brown got it, like, on all aspects. That man can do it all. I would love to, you know, get in the room with him for sure.
Okay, that's a good list.
Yeah, okay. Little things.
Speak that to existence.
Yeah, come on, sauce that up.
We gonna see that.
Spin the block.
We gonna see that. We gonna hear that.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the state of R&B right now? You know, this was a theme, like, was that this year?
So
recently?
R&B is not dead. That was last year.
Okay.
R&B is not dead, but it is in shambles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's because they won't give other genres their own genre yet. So this melodic rap and cadence music is getting mixed in with R&B because they don't have a category.
Yeah.
That's not hip hop. It's not R&B. But because they haven't given them a category, it's R&B. Like when I post my music,
Yeah.
I post R&B. But technically, when I'm posting like my style of music, it ain't really R&B. I'm just rapping on the beat and I'm keeping it in tune. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm walking on it. But it's people that I know that actually sing, like sing, and I consider that R&B. Like when you singing, like you can use autotune. Don't get me wrong, I love autotune. Singers can use autotune. Yeah. But when you singing and you can sing without it, that's R&B. When you gotta use it, no, you in another category, my guy. You in melodics. You know what I'm saying? They need to make a category for that melodic rap singing style so that it doesn't get mixed. Cause I feel like they're saying it's dead because that shit is shadowing it. Yeah. And so many artists is coming out now. It's like millions of artists out. Like back in the day, we knew who everybody was. Now it's like,
this is true.
Who the fuck is that? Who was
you
like,
can't keep up.
And they all got followers. Like they all blowing in their own lane. Like to me, like so many artists you see, you be like 2 million, 5 million. Like never heard of them. There's so many artists out now. So it's like they need to make more categories. Like I see people creating their own. Yeah. You know they labeling it, but until that becomes a category, where you got to put your song under. R&B or secondary hip hop.
Very true.
Like I said, I feel like R&B is not dead. It's just in shambles because it's covered with so much other stuff. It ain't able to do what it needs to do. But I like a lot of the underground music. Like I listen to my people, of course. Not gonna lie, like my files get played like it's regular radio play. I play my files, and then underground music. Like underground music is not dead. Underground is going crazy. They just need somebody to put that money behind them, or some fans that just keep it popping. But I like underground music for sure. It's my favorite. Like right now, people who ain't really, once the industry touch them, they kind of like lose their touch. Yeah. So, and it's like, I hate that because I be loving people. I'm like, damn, soon they sound, now they making this trash mainstream music, and it's like, I get it, the labels push that agenda, but like they fucking up the authentic of why we like them in the first place. Like we like them because they sounded like this. Now you making them look and sound like that, and it's like, ew. So that happens a lot too. Yeah. A lot of my favorite artists get signed, and then they be like, yikes. But longevity, music is longevity. I can go back and play the old ones.
That's true.
Keep a lot of the old shit in rotation. 90s music is my favorite, but
I'm not gonna speak too much on that because I've been told I'm a little too crucial.
You could be crucial.
No, it's true.
I feel like
it happens a lot.
I feel like in the music world you're allowed to be opinionated. Like this is my opinion I'm speaking.
It happens.
This is not facts. I'm not saying y'all gotta listen to this and that's how it is. I'm like, this is how I feel about it.
It just happens a lot. It's true, and not just in R&B. It's just like when people get signed, it's just like,
what happened?
That doesn't seem strange to you? Moving on.
Got you.
So you told us a little bit. You got some things coming. So tell us what else we can expect. We're closing the year out. At this point, we are here.
So I feel like my new way that I'm trying to get towards next year, it's like artist development. I see a lot of artists that like got it, but they have no direction. Like, they don't know studio etiquette. They don't know how to write. They ain't never really recorded in a real studio, so they don't know how they sound for real. Like, I want to tap in with younger artists that's up and coming and like help develop them. Like, that's my next stage. I want to either do that or A&R work. Like, I feel like I have a great ear for music. Of course, my opinion, but everybody say I'm a tough critic. I am. I don't care because if I don't like it, I don't like it.
If you're watching this, she's a great candidate for A&R.
Yeah. So,
excellent.
Yeah, man.
Excellent.
I just know what sounds good and what belongs where. So that to me alone is like a skill and talent in itself. Like you be like, how you know? Like I just be hearing something and I be like, I challenge my artists. Like people who I have on features, they think I'm gonna send them a beat and they feel. 9 times out of 10, I'm sending them something that I want to hear them on. Right. Or something I think you can get on that you ain't tried yet. Right. Ask my people. Like I'm be like, yo, sing it. Like feel it. Like I be trying to get people like. I don't know, we gotta get back to that old school R&B, like when people was begging and crying and they meant what they were saying. Like if I don't feel like you mean what you say, cut that shit again. Like
not just remixing all the old music.
Yeah, I hate that too. Like I don't care, I can talk about it if I want to. I hate all this simple shit. Like especially when a song just came out yesterday. Yeah, we hearing or classics like. Don't touch a classic. Yeah. Or yesterday. Yeah. And I know a lot of them songs were sampled, but we didn't know that. Yeah. If we didn't know, it's different. But we know. We know. Like back then, a lot of them songs was definitely sampled, but they was picking songs that wasn't that popular, or we didn't even really know like that. Like you gotta do a lot of research. A lot of these songs definitely were sampled, but the ones y'all using today, we cross the boards and know it hands down as soon as we hear it. It's the difference. True. That's the biggest difference between when Luther and them was sampling and all those groups back then. Like. They were sampling stuff that wasn't going. Y'all sampling things that's going and still going.
Right.
Or y'all sounding like artists that's already out. Like this man is still active. This female is still active. We don't need no more Futures, no more NBA young boys.
None.
Like we already got that. You know, no more Chris Browns. They're still going. They're not dead. They're not in the grave. They're still active artists. So when I hear that, I be confused. Like what happened to authentic sound? Like when I come on, nobody can ever tell me, oh, you sound like, no, I don't.
Right.
I don't sound like nobody.
Right.
I don't try to sound like nobody.
Right.
I don't have no type beat. I love whatever I love. Like the beat resonates with me, I'm writing to it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that be for artists or myself. Like if I hear something I like, I can write for anybody. I just gotta like the beat. That's my first step in production. Like picking the right beat. That's why my beats all sound like that. Cause I take months and months or years to find good beats. Like I don't just first thing I hear I grab it and I hop on. Like no.
Right.
I wish I had producers. So producers, if y'all out there, tap me. I need some producers in my circle. Like that's what I am missing.
Okay.
I'm missing production. Like I wish I would have got into it, but that was just another lane that I didn't feel like mastering. I feel like I want to be great at what I do, so I'm already attacking a lot. At this point, that's the only thing I don't do. I don't do production. I know what I want to hear. I know what good production sounds like. I know like instrumentation I want. I can tap it out for you. I can hum it out for you. But as far as me like doing it, like that ain't my cup of tea. But I can co-produce. I can tell you what I want to hear, the tempo I want it at, the key I want it in. I know my favorite keys and all that. So you know,
it's a process.
It's a process.
It's a process. Okay. Well, I appreciate you for hanging with me.
For sure, hanging with Hellz.
Y'all make sure y'all tap in for the exclusive live performance.
Absolutely. Ain't even out yet.
Yeah. Y'all never heard this song before.
Ain't heard it yet.
Sorry. You heard it here first. But tell people again how they can tap in with you, how they can hear your music.
Ayo Tally on everything. On platforms, on social media, on everything. Ayo Tally. AYOTALLY. Ayo Tally. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks for tapping in, guys. Free Pooh Shiesty.